Hello, I'm Duncan. Welcome back to my channel. Just got a book haul for you today. Just a local bookshop. I say local, it's like 35 kilometers away. But my local bookshop is kind of hasn't really been out of business at all due to the pandemic, but they've been doing delivery um, where they could, and now resumed the curbside pickup, and I think they're now allowed to open. But I've been really taking advantage of that delivery. Things, they're 35 kilometers away, and I'm still working myself. So, and I have been throughout the whole pandemic. So, getting access to things has been a little bit tricky because of the timing issues and stuff. But yeah, fully support. They're great. They're great people. It's a new and used bookstore, and they always have really interesting titles. And I am currently trying to rebuild a library. I kind of gave up on pretty much all of my books in 2013 because I met my now wife, who's I lived in Britain, and I met my now wife, who's Canadian, and so kind of knew that I was gonna be having to move and like start a new life somewhere. Wasn't quite sure where at first, but ended up coming to Canada in 2016. So yeah, just kind of donated them all to the local Oxfam bookshop, and yeah, now I've got my own house. Moved in August, so yeah, probably the forever home, so I can replan and rebuild a library that I've never had the opportunity to have. So it's quite exciting, and yeah, I wanted to support my bookstore, so I kind of went a little overboard. This isn't a typical book haul for me, very likely. Actually, most of the books I own are either thrift store or from the little free libraries, and I've given plenty of books to little free libraries. I'm a huge fan of them, and they've really taken off in the part of Ontario I am, so I like to see them all the time, even in this kind of rural Eastern Ontario that I am now. There's definitely 3 or 4 that I see regularly. I haven't gotten a ton from them because I've seen most of them in the winter time, so people aren't really going to them. So, but hopefully at some point when people are out and about more, I'll see some more and get some good titles. But anyway, on with the books. So first up is the only non-fiction I bought this week. This time, whatever. I don't know when the next splurge will be, but yeah. So I'm just kind of starting to get back into non-fiction, and definitely trying to buy as many non-fiction books about Canada as I can. And this book is this book is Canadian non-fiction history, and it's about the Halifax Explosion. It's by Ken Cuthbertson, and this was released for the 100th anniversary of the Halifax Explosion in 2017. So for anyone who doesn't know, in December of 1917, there was 2 cargo ships in the Halifax harbour, the Halifax in Nova Scotia, and essentially one was carrying some damaged barrels of benzol, and the other one was completely empty. They collided. This released the benzol vapors and basically ignited, causing a massive explosion. The actual greatest man-made explosion in the world at that time, and the only thing that surpassed it was the US bombing of Hiroshima. And so there was instant loss of life. I think they say about 2,000 lives were instantly lost, and also like the injuries were horrific. I think at least 9,000 people were injured, and yeah, it's just it's still talked about, this memorials. It's just really fascinating, and there's lots of lots of great stories of people just helping out people, and its legacy is quite huge as well because it really helped the advancement of treating eye injuries, and I believe also it kind of helped pioneer pediatric medicine too, or at least continued the pioneering of pediatric medicine into its own discipline and specialty. so that's that, and yeah, look forward to reading more about it when I get a chance to. And then the rest is probably more indicative of where I've been really excited about my reading recently, but I'm sure that will change. I'm a total whim reader, very much influenced by various things that are going on and whatnot, and how busy I am. But this is from the great spy novel writer, British novel writer, Eric Hambler. I think this is one from the late one in his 80s, later time in his career. The Care of Time. Fantastic cover. It's quite garish, but also amazing. It's like a plane coming out of some sort of like suit of armor, and don't even know what that is. The backdrop's incredible. So Eric Campbell is really like a pioneer of spy fiction. He wrote, I think he started in the 20s, definitely in the 30s and 40s with some of his most famous books. Very influential to Ian Fleming. In fact, if you read into the James Bond novels, James Bond actually reads an Eric Campbell, at least one of the novels. I'm not sure exactly which one it is, but I do remember the reference. Don't know if John le Carre and something like Robert Ludlum specifically have mentioned him, but they wouldn't essentially exist without Eric Hambler and others writing at the time. But yeah, Eric Hambler was definitely one of the most famous and most successful. But yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I've got a ton of his other books, and so some look like this and some are more classic and stuff. But yeah, really need to. I've read like 3 or 4 of his, so I just want to kind of blitz a few at a time. And then the next couple are really one of my greatest passions. I love pulp fiction of the 30s to 50s, American pulp fiction to 30s, 50s. I love British stuff too, but very much obsessed with American. So I have all these hard case crime reprint novels, which are amazing. So there's The Richard Stark, aka Delvin Westlake, Lemons Never Lie, which is just one of the best titles of any book. Actually fantastic. Oh, I've wanted this one for a while. I finally was able to get it. We have Oakley Hall, So Many Doors. I think this is the first time it's published in about 60 years. So Hard Case Crime are very good at finding old books that have been out of print, and yeah, doing some nice new cover art and yeah, republishing them. Although there is one thing to note with the Hard Case Crime, is that originally they were published through Dorchester, who was a pretty good reprint, and I think they just do reprints. I'm not sure actually. Super Dorchester. I know them from a reprint publisher, but they published them in these fantastic little mass market, perfect pocketbook size, very similar to the size of the Dell mystery pocketbooks and things like Pan Books as well in the UK. But as you can see, when they gave up on Dorchester, I'm not exactly sure what happened, but they went to Titan. Titan started, and I don't know if this was a Hard Case Crime decision or Titan decision, but they started only doing it in the trade paperbacks, which is like, you can see how much bigger it is. It's a little trifle thing. It's for me, this is the size that a lurid pulp fiction paperback novel should be, not this huge trade paperback that you kind of, I don't even know if it's properly trade paperback size, but it's pretty unwielding. It might, if Titan's British, so it might be like what do they do? I think they do A, B, A1, A2, something like that. So it's not quite at the American trade paperback, but it is much bigger than what it should be, which is this. So I kind of want all of these, and only the ones that really interest me of these. Like I'll read a terrible one of these. It's just it's too big for me. I like to just slip these in to a pocket or anything really, and just have them with me anytime. But I don't care if these get beaten up. I'm not. My library is purely for readers, for reading, actually reading, and I don't have like readers, like if I wear a copy right out, I'll try and get another one. Otherwise I will just read a paperback to death. So there's the that's those two. Oh yeah, so that was So Many Doors by Oakley Hall. Yeah, I've not read it, don't really know much about it, but Hard Case Crime pretty good, so, and I like to just read them even if they're terrible. And then the other Hard Case Crime, which will lead into the next set of books, Donald Hamilton. What's that, Nightwalker? Great cover. Love this cover. Bandaged guy, fantastic. Yeah, and the covers are new. I think they're all done by Glenn Orpik, I believe. Is that his name? Oh no, this one's done by Tim Gabor. So yeah, they commissioned the new artwork because a lot of the books are out of print, but the artwork, original artwork for a lot of books, it's a whole another set of copyrights and all that kind of things. It's usually just way too hard to just slap on a new one in the style. Bob's your uncle, easy reprint. So yeah, so that's Donald Hamilton, and so this leads into the next set of books, which is actually 24, because they had the Titan reprint of the entire Matt Helm series. So Titan, I think, reprinted Matt Helm is a spy character that Donald Hamilton created in the 60s, and I think it spans 27 books, and a TV series with Dean Martin. Was it a TV series or a set of films? They might have been TV movies, I can't remember exactly, with Dean Martin. I think I've seen one. I think I've seen The Wrecking Crew. It's kind of silly, but yeah. So they reprinted, I think, all 27 in a very standard format. But it's just great to have them. They had 24 at the store, so I bought them all. Bought all 24. So this is what they look like. It's absolutely terrible covers. I've only ever really seen them as in people's collections, so I've seen the kind of uniform, color-coded spines. Looks really nice, looks great on a bookshelf. Also don't really care that it looks great on a bookshelf. I buy them to read, but I do quite like the uniformity. But the actual artwork is like basically the thing. I don't know if you can see it. I closed the blinds because it was very bright, but also kind of makes it hard to see. Yeah, they've kind of made it like this standard sniper. It's probably made better that you don't see, but in this corner is just like a standard kind of lads mag style female, and different backgrounds. So it's desert, I guess that's like African desert or something, and that's like American desert. Yeah, and there's like one that's set river, maybe Louisiana or something, I don't actually know. Yeah. But yeah, they're kind of terrible. Like sunset with some palm trees. Yeah, kind of absolutely terrible. But the books I hear are fantastic, and I've read Donald Hamilton before, and I love him. So yeah, so yeah, I've literally got all 24. So it's just a crazy amount of books. So yeah, that was my week, and that was very exciting. But that's basically it. I've ordered some more books, very, very different and non-fiction. They'll be coming next few weeks, next couple of days, or next week. So yeah, I'll probably do that again, just to show kind of the diversity of my reading and get to know me a little bit. And maybe I'll do some bookshelf tours. I've been really enjoying Bill Rutenberg's at the Rutenberg Library. His bookshelf tours, I think it's a very good way to get to know a reader and their interest in the kind of books that they have. Mine is indicative of me, and also a little bit skewed, because like I said, it's not like my entire reading history. I haven't kept a lot of my favorite books. I'm kind of rebuilding my library. But as I go, I think as I go along doing these videos on the channel, you'll kind of get to know my interests and my reading. So yeah, hope you all have a nice Sunday, and whatever day you're watching this on. yeah, take care.